Hey guys, Jeremiah with Steps Pressure Washing and More. Today we are back in action with 4 jobs. We've got 3 of them in a neighborhood that we do a lot of work in North Raleigh. So we've got about an hour before we get to our first job, but luckily the next 2 jobs are like right in that subdivision. Then we got one more job for a contractor we do a lot of work with. That's going to be in downtown Raleigh, but the big news today is we got our truck relettered. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see the new lettering on the truck. The old lettering was a darker blue. It's kind of the shade of blue that's in our logo, and that against the dark gray just really didn't show up well. So I'll turn you around and show you what we've got on there now. So this is our new lettering. This is supposed to be a lot more visible, a lot more readable. You know, when I show up, it's kind of implied that I'm doing pressure washing because, well, I'm pressure washing, but when I'm sitting at a stoplight or anywhere else, they can see all of our different services that we offer. And I really, the biggest part of this was it wasn't readable from across the street. So the neighbors could see the vehicle, but they couldn't read the vehicle. So now we've got that ready to rock and roll. All right, well, let's get on up there. Let's go get some gutters cleaned out and some houses washed. All right, we're out here, job number 1, cleaning out some gutters. These are quarterly gutters, so they build up pretty fast. Our third job of the day, I didn't realize is going to be that yellow house right behind us. So we're going to be right back here on this corner in just a little bit, but I'm going to hurry up with this because we are about 30 minutes before we need to be at the next one. So I'm going to just kind of put my nose down and get all this stuff cleaned out. Out on the second one now, and this is just a standard gutter guard clean off. Got the tarp set up below me. This deck is covered in algae, and my ladder just slipped, so I'll definitely be grateful when I'm done with this portion. I might talk to them about doing a deck restoration so that we can get a little more traction on this algae covered deck. Alright, this one's all done, and the sun is starting to peek out, which is nice. Just gotta go close this gate and I'll be able to head on to the next one. This is about a half mile away from, a little less than a half mile away from my next job and my first job. I really didn't plan it super well because I didn't realize the first and third job were so close to each other. But again, it's only a half mile away, so I'm not going to sweat it. Even though I am sweating, it's very warm, it's very humid, but time to go wash. We got one more wash after this, and then wash in downtown Raleigh for a contractor. So, alrighty, fully set up here on job number 3. Not too bad on the front. Around the back and on the side, we've got a good bit of algae growth. We are washing, of course, the whole thing with the sodium hypochlorite to make sure that everything's as clean as it can be. Right up here, we see our first signs of algae, and it gets fairly thick the farther back we go. You can see there's a good bit just kind of on all of this. This yellow shows everything. And then coming around to the back, you can tell it has been some time since this was cleaned last. We're going to get this cleaned up and looking good. May take a couple applications in certain areas. I'll show you one of those areas around the corner here. Where that green algae turns black, like right up here. Got a lot of it there. It looks like maybe we did some 30-second cleaner or something similar on the lower end at some point, but they weren't able to get that second/third-ish floor. Good bit of reasons to look down as I'm walking around. I'm just trying to keep my eyes out. I do wear rubber shoes so I can pressure wash them if I need to, but rather not. Got the hose pulled all the way over here. So I'll start on this corner, work my way back. Got a lot of growth on here as well. Basically every side except for the front has significant growth. And here we are. Beautiful house though. It's going to look really nice once we get everything cleaned up. Got the doorbell camera covered, outlets covered. I'm ready to rock and roll. coming on through on the last little corner here. I will say that the XROD is not a perfect tool, and the back of the house was definitely an example of the limitations of the XROD, because I require the XJET, which is a high pressure nozzle, to be my rinsing tool. I can't get up close. In the back of the house, you had to get up close to that. There's just really no way to hit all of those little corners, and that's okay. You know, that's when I will walk back to the truck and I will take the drop stick out of the mix tank and rinse with the M5 Downstream nozzle. It's not something I do all the time, but it's definitely always the option for up close personal. Something that I recommend for anybody who is thinking about getting an XROD. We sell them through our website, but if you are thinking about getting an XROD, just understand it's not the perfect tool for every job. Just like anything else, you know, the XJET is an amazing tool. It allows me to do a whole lot of wonderful things. It is very versatile, but again, it has limitations, and it has situations where I would just rather use the low pressure nozzle, and that way I can ensure that I'm coming out with the best result for the customer. And at the end of the day, that's what all of our tools are for, doing this efficiently and effectively to ensure the best result for the customer. Here we go, all said and done. This thing came out beautifully. I love, love, love the yellow houses, or light colored houses like this. I give this a little bit more of a rinse. I see a few little bugs and stuff that's come out after the rinse, you know, before we leave and have to come all the way back. Oh yeah, that's terrific. I'm not sure if the time lapse I recorded is going to show up, but this came out just phenomenally. We ended up not needing to wash it twice. This was one wash, and it came out just looking fantastic. On job number 4 today, a little bit of a hike to get up here. I'm parked down here on the road. There's some stairs to get up. Not really a good spot to park in front of the driveway because it's on a corner, and I was able to get my hose pulled all the way to where we need it. So it's whatever. I've got 200 feet of hose pulled for the pressure line, 100 feet of hose for the Flexilla, and we're in business. Pretty simple, straightforward home. It is a hardy board sided home, and we are going to be washing this with our standard 1%. We actually have a house about 3 houses down we washed for the same contractor, so I'm assuming it was a referral from the neighbor. This contractor we did get many years ago from our truck lettering. The first year we had the truck, he saw the truck lettering at a stop sign, gave me a call. The rest is history. We've gotten bigger and busier together, which has been a really great relationship for us. And just getting out here, getting some of this stuff cleaned up and prepped for them before they come out and do their painting or fixing up of anything. We're not going to be doing anything inside of this enclosure. It looks pretty well set and nothing is prepped, so I don't want to get in there and mess up anything. So we're just going to be doing SH on the gutters, water on everything else, and doing our best not to soak their beautiful outdoor area. This does have a bit of a tight corner. This is Raleigh, so property lines get a little tight on certain areas, especially these older neighborhoods. So we're going to start back here. There is an area up here that we're going to be cleaning because we want to make sure that we get every single bit of whatever we can before we leave. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this area back here. It's just by far overgrown with trees. And again, the property line, this is the neighbor's little shed here, so I don't believe I'm going to be able to get an angle to clean on the other side of this chimney, but we will see once we get over there and get it started. Alright, so there was enough room for me to squeeze back here. I've got a little area to stand, and again, we're with the M5 Downstream just because we're such close quarters. But this is rinse off. This is the last little corner we've got, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, another successful day in the books with our beautiful new lettering. 4 jobs down. It wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty smooth and easy. Yeah, as you know, the first one was a quarterly, the second one was a semi-annual, so they didn't take very long at all. Then just 2 house washes. Definitely a lot of driving time from here to the subdivision up in North Raleigh. It was about an hour. It always is about an hour to get up there. But if I can do 3 in one day, in one trip to get out there, I'm 100% okay with that. I've got some days next week that are not going to be that efficient, even with not traveling as far. I'm going to be traveling further distances between houses, and I don't know, it works for me. Again, we don't advertise in that neighborhood. That's all word of mouth. The one we got with the yellow house that we did the house wash in that neighborhood was a referral from the first house we did today, the quarterly gutter cleaning. And just, you know, hopefully they'll just keep paying it forward, moving my information along to the next one and the next one. And hopefully maybe the new lettering on the truck helped, made it a little bit more noticeable who we are, what we do, and how to get a hold of us. And that is that's the name of the game. Is just, it's a numbers game, getting out in front of as many people as possible and making a good impression, and hoping that they will pass our information along, as well as call us back for another service another day. Yeah, other than that, it was a very, very smooth day. Four projects done, and a little bit less than 8 hours, and I'll take that any day. With driving time, yeah, I'm down for it. We got home before 5 o'clock, so we missed out on most of the traffic, and not a lot of the heat. We got a lot of the heat, so we didn't miss out on that. But anyway, it has been a great day. I'm not going to hold you up much longer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all be safe out there.